Good evening everyone. If you don't know, you should know. My name is Rameez Khan and I am a filmmaker and a film critic, and I apologize, I know it's been a long time, but nothing's been out here. One of the biggest disadvantages of living in the Middle East is either you don't get stuff or you get a lot of stuff late. Wonder Woman isn't even out yet. I missed out on Baby Driver as well, so I've just been catching up on stuff. So I had the chance to watch Split.
The world will understand now. The beast is real.
Split is M. Night Shyamalan's latest film, and it's a resurrection film for him. How is it a resurrection film? It revived his career, in my opinion. A Shyamalan film with good acting and a great script? Do not pinch yourself. I did praise those two aspects of a Shyamalan film. This movie pulls you in from the tip with a flurry of eerie POV shots, and it starts off with James McAvoy kidnapping three teenage girls. Three hot teenage girls, by the way. Yes, I did check up the actresses' ages on Google, and they are above 20, so I can say that they were incredibly hot. The main character in the kidnapped teenagers happens to be a girl named Casey. The main character of the film is, of course, James McAvoy, who is named Kevin. He happens to have 23 personalities stuck in one body. The story has a lot of similarities to the 2015 film Room. I believe it came out in 2015, correct me if I'm wrong. And the story is structured like Slumdog Millionaire in Casey's story. You know, in Slumdog Millionaire, how a flashback is equated to every plot point of the current timeline? They do something like that in Split as well. But the centerpiece of Split is the man on the poster, James McAvoy. Midway through the film, I had to pause the film and tell myself, goodness, this is incredible. I mean, the guy's already a top-notch actor. Great performances in the X-Men film, The Atonement, and The Last King of Scotland. But this, without a doubt, is his finest performance to date. This is a Daniel Day-Lewis type performance by James McAvoy, but no one's ever gonna tell you that, because how dare someone compare Daniel Day-Lewis and another actor in the same sentence? Well, I just did, and it is that damn good. McAvoy's character has multiple split personalities. What makes this performance great, though, is how he changes himself not only mentally, but physically. The script is well written enough to make those differences. He has a 9-year-old personality who can't get through a door, and then there's this other personality, we all know of him, this stern, serious, asshole high school teacher type guy. He has no problem pushing through that same door. It's very well done. It's just top-notch work from James McAvoy. Think of his excellent performance in Trance, but on steroids, with a little dash of Luke Evans. Seriously, every time they showed James McAvoy in like a slight profile, he looked a lot like Luke Evans, and you know, he had that same Luke Evans cold speech delivery as well in certain scenes. The cinematography is the only really weak aspect of this film, and that's possibly because of the budget of this film. This film is produced by Jason Blumhouse, or I believe Blumhouse Productions is the name, and Jason Blum is the name of the guy who produces all these movies. I don't know, feel free to correct me in the comments below. But basically, this guy gives you a set budget, and you have to cover all of that for the production. So I guess that's why the cinematography wasn't given ample room to experiment in a film which really should allow experimentation, but then again, I'm happy we got to see the film as it is. The film looks flat at moments. I also would have liked more use of silhouettes. There's enough contrast between darkness and light. However, it should have been a bit more contrasty. This film should have been allowed to do cool stuff, because it was doing a little bit of cool stuff in the beginning of the film. There's the scene when Casey wakes up and she sees James McAvoy sitting in the doorway, and it's the 9-year-old personality. It's just really well done. It's a point of view shot and the camera tilts from this to this. It's really well done. There's just sadly not enough of that cool weirdo stuff in the film. The script is very well timed. Now what do I mean by that? Split is a psychological thriller movie. Keyword, thriller. What do you have to do in a thriller movie throughout the 90 minutes? Do not blow your thrills prematurely, like me in bed. The film does not blow any of its surprises. The film is not aching or itching itself to tell you that next big thing which is going to happen. It's a slow build. It takes its time, which works really well in a film like this where you have to showcase so many different personalities of one person. And this leads to giving us the biggest surprise of 2016. Spoilers to follow, so skip to this time code if you don't want to hear me raving about the ending. I don't think I've ever been happier to see Bruce Willis in a film as I was at the end of Split, but the best part about seeing Bruce Willis at the end of Split was hearing that theme song from Unbreakable. And M. Night Shyamalan, after 17 years, is finally giving us Unbreakable 2. It's just, I really love Unbreakable, man. I saw it in something like 2005, and I was completely blown away by it, and then I watched it again in film school, and I was like, holy shit, this movie's amazing. It's just such a great time to be an Unbreakable fan. And Bruce Willis gave his best performance in the past decade in just 10 seconds. He's, sipping his coffee and he looks like this. It's a really subtle 10 seconds. That one look Bruce Willis had in 10 seconds conveyed so much. It was a look which said two things. It was like, all right, back to work. And the second was, shit, man, I'm gonna have to deal with this guy now. In a way, the poster also gives away the twist. Let's look at this. This is the poster of Split. Look at the broken glass on top of James McAvoy's face. And let's see the poster of Unbreakable. Broken glass as well. Mr. Glass was the bad guy in Unbreakable. Call it a twist or Easter egg, it's really remarkable what M. Night Shyamalan has been able to do, connect two movies together without giving it away to the audience. This is incredible, especially in today's world of 2017, living in the world of social media, how something like this didn't get spoiled. I mean, there were test screenings as well. I heard that M. Night Shyamalan cut that part out. Again, really well done in keeping a surprise hidden. Very similar to what they did in Logan. We didn't know shit about X-24. We saw nothing of him in the trailers, but in the movie, X-24 is a replica of Hugh Jackman. That was very well hidden. That's about it though. This is a fantastic film, an incredible film, one of the best thrillers I've ever seen in the recent decade. After Gone Girl, really nothing, comes up in my mind as to what's been a good thriller movie. So I'm giving this film a final score of 4 out of 5. M. Night Shyamalan, Mr. M. Night Shyamalan has turned things around for one movie. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. The sequel of this film is titled Glass, comes out in 2019, and that film has skyrocketed up to my 2019 most anticipated films. Let's hope it's as good as Split and Unbreakable. Thank you so much for watching, people. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button and like it, man. Let's try to get to 50 likes? Would that be too hard? I would really appreciate that, but until next time, remember to love yourselves.